Next on KOMUH Friday Night Fever, new eras begin at Rockbridge and Southern Boone. Blair Oaks battles fellow powerhouse Maryville at a neutral site, while Hickman and Battle open the season hosting Kansas City schools. All that and more right now on the season premiere of KOMUH's Friday Night Fever. Friday Night Fever is back. Let's jump right in with the spotlight game. Highway 22 rivalry, Mexico and Centralia. Bulldog offense facing a early fourth down. Ty Sims, the fake, the roll, and the touchdown to Matt McCurdy. 7-0 Bulldogs. They're loving it up in Audrain County. Story of the night, though, the new Panther quarterback Cullen Bennett escapes the pocket, stays alive, and a strike to Caden Dunn for the score. It's a 7-6 game. Transitioning from the Bo Gordon era to the Bennett era nicely, aren't they? Second quarter, Bennett right up the middle for a first down. He can run it, and he can also pass it. He drops it to Bo Hatton, who makes a great catch in coverage. Upset right out of the gate. Centralia takes out Mexico 26-21. Welcome to the new season, KOMUH's Friday Night Fever. We've got highlights from 17 more games, including the start of a new era for the Rockbridge Bruins. Brand new head coach Matt Perkins, brand new starting quarterback Sam Kaiser. They're at Park Hill South in Kansas City. First play from scrimmage, Park Hill South fumbles the snap. Aiden Dubert recovers. Bruins are in business. On the ensuing drive, Sam Kaiser. Look at the way this kid just already runs the offense, slings it over the middle. Drevin Seaman with a touchdown, 7-0 Bruins. And then after a defensive stop, Kaiser showing off the arm again. He can already throw more than 70 yards. This is a 32-yard gainer to Mike Hadjicek. 10-0 Bruins as they scored a field goal, but the Panthers controlled things from there. Kaiser picked off by Jordan Hilsinger, and Park Hill South spoils the debuts 34-17. Rest of the Columbia schools, senior quarterback Justin Goolsby and the Battle Spartans taking on Park Hill. Special teams problem early for Battle. Park Hill's Jim Humphrey blocks the punt. It's a scoop and score. Trojans up 7-0 2 minutes in. Battle answers on the next drive. Goolsby. Dequel Wright, 73 yards on the money. Spartans down just one after a missed PAT, but that's a huge touchdown to get back in it. But Park Hill found holes in the Battle defense. Kedrick Bell connects for a long touchdown pass. Trojans hang 68 on Battle, 68-38 the final. It didn't get much better for fifth-year head coach Cedric Alvis and the Hickman Cupies hosting North Kansas City. They're already down 14-0 into the first half. Carter Holliday finds Zach Wright for a 15-yard gain into Hornet territory, but North KC forced a fumble to snuff out that drive. And on Hickman's next drive, it's Edric Hill into the backfield for the stop. Hill just committed to Alabama. You see why. Hickman down 14-0 at the half. They got a spark from the defense. Ashawn Gaddy with the pick, but the Cupies couldn't find a rhythm on offense, and Hickman gets shut out 28-0. Tolton traveling to Salisbury to open up the season. Another feature game on Friday Night Fever and a game of big plays. In the first quarter, James Lee, look at that catch. It would lead to a Tolton touchdown, and the Blazers led 7-0. Salisbury would respond with an even bigger play. Ryan Bender finds London White. He goes 75 yards. Gone. Salisbury down 7-6. In the second quarter, it's the wide receiver James Lee taking the snap on 4th and 2. Jukes his way around the entire defense. 27 yards for the Tolton touchdown. Blazers win 27-26. The last time we saw dynamic Blair Oaks quarterback Dylan Hare on a football field, he was taken off the field after a scary head injury in the playoffs. Hare is healthy, back for his senior year, and the Blair Oaks Falcons are ready to go against Maryville in Warrensburg. Second quarter, Falcons up 14-7. Hare cuts outside, tiptoes the sideline. Look at him here. Stays in bounds with a stiff arm. That's a touchdown for Blair Oaks. Take another look at the control along the white. He stays in bounds and scores. Second half, Falcons up by 13. It's Hare again. Look at him breaking ankles. Stiff arms his way to another touchdown. Hare had 284 rushing yards on the night. He was responsible for 7 touchdowns. Blair Oaks wins 54-42. Boonville beginning their season at home against Pleasant Hill. Pirates already down 7-0. They respond, though. Colby Caton back at quarterback. He's so talented. Dakota Troost, big-time connection, 76 yards to the end zone. Boonville ties the game up. On the ensuing kickoff, though, special teams played big. Pleasant Hill's Tyler Wise finds some space, and he cuts his way through the Pirate special teams. He takes off all the way for the touchdown as the Roosters waste no time regaining the lead. Last minute of the first half, Boonville now down 27-7. Easton Road to Aiden Klein for another touchdown for the visitors. Pleasant Hill spoils Boonville's home opener 47-14. Jersey night in Eldon as the Mustangs take on Fulton. That's pretty fun, isn't it? Hornets senior Walker Goring was a star wide receiver last year. He's the quarterback throwing to his brother Rowdy. Goring to Goring, 60 yards for the touchdown to start the second half. Fulton up 14-12. Mustang senior Christopher Shepard put together quite a second half. This 40-yard score puts Eldon back on top and for good. Shepard's second half hat trick of touchdowns powers Eldon to a 47-20 win. California bursting into the new season against Savannah. Pintos fumbled right off the bat, though, and Savannah wasted no time taking advantage. They score 45 seconds into the game on this 34-yard touchdown by Cade Chappell. The Pinto students still happy to be back under the lights for a new season. Now it's the Pintos' turn. Martin Kilmer with the touchdown pass to Aiden Bryant back of the end zone, but Savannah wins 47-34. Interesting season for the Harrisburg Bulldogs. They lost a lot of faces off of last year's 8-win season team hosting K-Bool. They do bring back Anthony Alisea, who would walk this one in for the first touchdown of the day for Harrisburg. And then Alisea can throw it too. He finds the all-conference tight end Austin Darwint on the two-point conversion. And Darwint plays both sides of the ball. Here he is going up top for the interception. He would also score a touchdown late in the game as Harrisburg wins 22-14. North Callaway, led by quarterback Braden O'Neill, traveled to Westran. The Thunderbirds trying to run away from Langdon Kitchen, but Blake Williams held his own on the other side, sacking O'Neill. But O'Neill is a dual threat. He follows his veteran offensive line, breaks through, gets the sideline. He's going to dive in for a touchdown. 8-0 North Callaway in the first quarter. Closing in on halftime, Westran driving for a score, but Sergio Moreno kills the momentum with the interception. And the North Callaway Thunderbirds fly away to a 28-0 victory. Let's go to our first check of the scoreboard. The Moberly Spartans are ready to avenge a 2-8 season last year. Those sophomores are now juniors. Those juniors are now seniors. Moberly with a nice outlook, positive outlook as they started the season at Smith Cotton. New Smith Cotton head coach Josh Gray making his debut. Moberly getting things started early in the first quarter. Colin Huffman finds Darius Wallace in the end zone for the first Spartan touchdown of the season. 6-0 Moberly on the road. Smith Cotton needed to bring some energy in the second quarter, and it's Brady Anderson bursting through with a big sack. That helped turn the momentum, and the Smith Cotton Tigers win 22-21. New era for Southern Boone. First game for head coach Mark Ross and quarterback Austin Evans. Eagles hosting Odessa in Ashland. Second quarter, Southern Boone down by a score. They respond as Jacob bowls his way in for a touchdown to tie the game. Student section loving it. And then both offenses explosive. Later in the second, Odessa takes the lead, and Southern Boone refuses to go down as Chase Morris takes the screen 77 yards to the end zone. Morris finishes with a high five. We don't have the final yet, but Southern Boone had the lead late, 42-39. One of the most dynamic players in mid-Missouri last year, Tiger Cobb of Hallsville. But head coach Justin Conyers told me just a few weeks ago, Cobb stopped by to see the new guy this summer, and he thought Hallsville was running the offense better going into the season. Who's the new guy? That'd be Colton Nichols. Hallsville hosting Palmyra in their opener. First quarter, Nichols showing he can be that playmaker they need. Jukes and dives for the touchdown, 6-0 Hallsville. Later in the first, Nichols showing he can sling it too. On the move and unloads a 52-yard bomb. That sets up Hallsville deep in enemy territory. Later in the drive, Nichols rolls, finds Landon Sievers in the end zone. Hallsville up 26-6. They're not skipping a beat. Second quarter, Nichols walks in for the touchdown. He had 7 TDs, 4 passing, 3 rushing. Hallsville cruises 58-20. HELIAS at Hannibal. This is a heavyweight fight to start the season in Class 5. First quarter, HELIAS quarterback Drew Miller hits Gavin Kempker on that tunnel screen, and Kempker is gone all the way to the end zone. Crusaders up 7-0 in a flash. Still in the first, Hannibal's defense would get after Drew Miller. They speed him up, and there's Aeneas Williams, one of the top players in the country. He's got offers from everywhere after a 47-touchdown sophomore season last year. There's his first touchdown of the new season in the second quarter, and Hannibal. Let's see the final score, folks. Hannibal does not win, though. HELIAS takes it 31-21. The turnaround continues for Jeff City. The Jays had their first winning season since 2015 last year. Year 2 under head coach Damon Wells, starting on the road at Osage. New Jay quarterback Jacob Wilson converted 2 fourth downs on the first drive of the game, including the quarterback sneak, and he breaks away all the way for the touchdown. Jays strike first, but Osage responds. Jackson Funderburk evading defenders, shaking and moving his way to the end zone. Osage down 7-6 after that touchdown. Jays too much in this one. Zane Wings pounds it home from 4 yards out, and Jeff City wins 41-19. Convincing win for the Jaybirds. Cap City looking for their first ever win to open a season. They were home for Warrensburg at Atkins Stadium. Cavs down 14-6 when Hurley Jacobs finds the gap and he's gone. A block in the back penalty at the end of the play nullified a touchdown, but still set up the Cavs on the goal line, and Jacobs punched it in 3 plays later. Cap City down 2. Second half, third down for the Cavs, and Hayden Carroll checks it down to Joe Schaefer. He bursts to the outside. First down all the way into the red zone, and on the very next play, Jalen Thomas goes right up the middle for the score. Cap City 1-0 for the first time ever, 24-14. Russellville head coach Timothy Rulo said his offense was going to score early. The MMA defense had other ideas. Brett Miles burst through for the sack for the Colonels, but on the next possession, problems for MMA. The high snap goes over quarterback Gabriel Conancio's head, and Luke Ugelschlager recovers for Russellville. After a timeout, Russellville quarterback Jesse Daniel is going to keep it. Good disguise on the read option. Takes it himself in for the touchdown. Russellville blowout win, 49-6 over MMA. Back to the scoreboard.